Welcome to this session. Today what I wanted to talk about was something that I have observed over just the last few weeks, where I've been called into organisations to do some on-site training. And what struck me was that although these organisations had a very well-developed, in some cases, risk or enterprise approach to risk management and a risk framework, the level of skill and the level of risk management knowledge about those who were charged with the responsibility to implement it was less than perfect. So one of the things that you need to think very, very carefully about with the development of your framework, and it's one of the key elements around the success of any framework, is to make sure that at the time that you are implementing it, you have a workforce that is skilled in the identification of risk and the management of risk. You cannot just expect that there is inherent skills around risk management. There are people who will tell you, I know risk management, or I've done a one-day course or whatever, but you really need to make sure that everybody at all levels of your organisation that have some sort of input into that framework have the necessary level of skill. Now, I'm not saying here come away and do a Paladin course, but of course, if you wish to, that's fine. But the reality is you need to invest time, energy, and money in making sure that your workforce has the necessary risk management knowledge and skill to be able to implement your framework. Because if they don't have the necessary skills and experience, it will fail. Because how are they going to provide the inputs necessary to you to make the risk-informed decisions I've talked about in the past? They're going to be flailing around, not understanding what it is that is wanted in a risk register, what is the information that's needed in reports, so that you at the top of the organisation, if that's where you are, can make those risk-informed decisions. You need to make sure that they have the skill. Now, one way you can do that is by developing a training needs analysis. Now, the training needs analysis, for those that have never seen one before, identifies what are the skill sets that are required at every level of the organisation in relation to risk management. What are their information needs? And what you do is take that information needs and you tailor your training packages to meet those. So what we see is that the training package that's given to the board or to senior management, of course, has to look different to what's provided to your risk coordinators or to those people down on the floor who are simply working in the organisation. It is not a one-size-fits-all approach to training. So you need to take the time to identify those information needs at all levels of the organisation, tailor some training around it, whether it be in-house or provided by a third party, and then follow up those skills. We need to obviously evaluate those skills and the training at the end of the training package, but at some point in time we need to validate that there has been assimilation of those skills. The maintenance of skills around risk management is absolutely critical. And so it is worth the time, the energy, and the money to invest in that training. So many organisations recently have done it with Paladin, and I know that they are going to reap the benefits of that. So that's all I've got for this session. As always, let's be careful out there.